first play, and Wilson wants to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing the tone for this one.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. To throw is Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 27, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, 27 yards.
And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Braxton Berrios selecting to bring it out. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Now Wilson. Buying time to under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Charger drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
$16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They snap it to Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Devin Singletary from 4 yards out. And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Berrios now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Now it's Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing the completion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletion sets. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Jets.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now Wilson on first down. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That goes for a gain of 31.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield. They're eligible, too.
Wilson going to throw for it. It's caught at the 1, and he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skip. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them in the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep here for Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's put a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Herbert. He's going to let it go again. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick if indeed they end up trying one.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
That's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Here's Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Finding more on the out route for the completion. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Charger first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On the move past the 40.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Herbert now. Caught on the slant. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On first down, it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Herbert back to the air. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And his pass incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Charger drive about to get going. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution?
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, and it goes out of bounds. They
keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
The Charger drive about to get going. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Play action. It's Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 33 yards. And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage we just saw them break out on third down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And this is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This one to Bourne, and he's got it. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kendrick Bourne, 42 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Herbert off of play action. Flushed out right. And this is caught by Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again. John Franklin Myers in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well timed. I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Singletary again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play here, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Herbert scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Chargers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the Wildcard game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook as a driver.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't relaxed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Jets 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 15.
Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. To throw is Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 6 yards away.
And the Jets get a bit closer.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Wilson going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Jets 30. Right to the line to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield, either jar them loose or get the ball back themselves? That's going to be key for them.
They'll give this to Singletary running right down to the 42, second down.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go right back to Singletary. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now it's Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short the line to gain. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wilson to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. The Chargers are going to continue on in these playoffs. As we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.